It's called Deep Fried Luigi. It's by Scott. How do you say your last name? Lobedo. Deep Fried Luigi by Scott Lobedo. And it looks like it's Luigi hooked up to a electric chair here, like the Mario character, Mario's brother, Luigi Mario. Mario's last name is Mario. I don't know if people know that. We're here outside the United States Courthouse in downtown Manhattan, where Luigi Mangione is set for an arraignment today, federal charges. There's a small group of people here supporting Luigi, and there's also somebody with an electric chair who is not supporting him.
The sign says not guilty, and I'm here today because Luigi's rights are being trampled. He is entitled to a fair trial, and I think we're seeing a much broader scope of people's rights being trampled.
Are you guys security here for this guy? Why are you guys here? I don't know. I'm not sure.
You got security?
I got no security. Okay, all right. Scott, do you want to tell us about your artwork here?
Yeah, it's a representational piece, obviously. I believe that we are here in America, and I like to say the pussification of this nation, that we allow these cold-blooded murderers to become heroes, as we see by these jobless, soulless losers, his groupies, and they're all trying to educate me about the healthcare system. That sucks, but you don't shoot an innocent man in the back that's got 2 children and a wife and then try to make him a superstar. That's why the killings continue. It's 2025. There's probably about 1,000 cameras looking at this spot right now. We know he did it. We gotta wait 6, 10 years for a conviction or a death penalty. He's guilty. 6 days. Take that pussy out, put him in a fucking electric chair and fry him. Put him in a pink tutu. Put some old lady clown makeup on him. Humiliate him. So these other young punks that are thinking of doing the same thing will think twice. It's common sense.
And the pussification of America, what does that mean?
Pussification of a nation. That we become pussies, that we allow this to happen. We don't punish criminals because everybody's so delicate and oversensitive. I mean, it's not only with this, it's across the whole board.
Pam Bondi declaring that they were going for the death penalty before charges were even filed was incredibly unprecedented and politically intended to poison the potential jury pool.
What is it about Luigi that speaks to you?
I mean, we have no idea if he actually did this, so that's important to know. He has not had due process, but I guess in general, whoever did commit this, he represents it at this point. But it's about standing up for this oppressive, insane, broken healthcare system that is killing people every day.
And what changes would you like to see in the healthcare system in the United States of America?
Socialized healthcare for everyone, like most countries have. It comes out of taxes in other countries. We can afford to do it too.
So I see you have a green shirt on. It kind of implies some support for Luigi, or is it support for something else?
It's support for Luigi's trial being a fair hearing. I think it's important that we're out here making sure that the right message gets across. I think a lot of media have talked about Luigi and his supporters as fangirls and sort of obsessing over his looks. And that's kind of besides the point. And I really want people to see him as a human, as someone who deserves every bit of a hearing and a trial that any other human should get.
So it's green for due process.
Yeah, I guess you could say so. Or Luigi, the character from Mario.
Right.
What are some other pieces of art that people may have seen?
I am the activist who threw the pizza over City Hall at the mayor's office over the gate in protest for the regulations. Pussification. We can't eat brick oven pizza in New York because we're killing the baby seals. Pussification. And then I also, right down the street here, what was it, when Trump was here, I released 100 penis balloons with all the faces of the judges and the lawyers on it. That was epic. And
what was the symbolism of that?
That they're all a bunch of penises. Letitia James, Judge Mercon, and all of these losers that tried so desperately to put this innocent man away, and he won, and now they're all falling like dominoes. And we just allow this insanity to happen. But I'm also
Very subtle art. We're here with Izzy Browerman, who was inside the courtroom, a sketch artist. What did you see inside the courtroom?
We had a pretty standard hearing. There was discussions about the overheard, I guess some of his phone calls were overturned. And so the state's going to be looking into that and submitting it to the judge. The judge mentioned that she knew both of the attorneys from both sides, and she asked if anybody had a problem with that. Pardon me for not knowing the legal terms for that. Nobody had a problem with that. Luigi pleaded not guilty. He came in and he was shackled at the ankles, but his hands were free and everybody was composed. There were fans in the gallery, and there was press. It was a full house. And I think that as far as, body language, everybody kept their composure given the seriousness of the charges. But it seems like they're going to try to have this case heard first before the state trial.
So there's one takeaway from today. It is that this case is being speed-run.
Yes, ma'am.
This case is being speed-run in an unprecedented manner where you have multiple cases running simultaneously. And one of them is a death penalty case. So you have a capital case that's being speed-run, which we don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that in America. We don't do that with our justice system. We don't speed-run justice. That's it.
So are you a Luigi Mangione supporter?
I'm a supporter of the justice system being done in a fair manner.
Now that Trump is in charge, he's in the White House, would you like to see some of your art featured in the Smithsonian or places like that?
He owns several of my pieces. I opened up I did the speed paintings. American flag is my forte, but I did portraits of him in the painting. And I opened up for the last 4 of his big rallies. The last one I did was Madison Square Garden. I opened up.
It is a quote from Karen Agnivolo. By seeking to murder Luigi Mangione, the Justice Department has moved from the dysfunctional to the barbaric. I think there is a lot of damage control happening. We see United Healthcare trying to silence whistleblowers like Dr. Elizabeth Potter, who posted a video that went viral about her experiences with a patient who she was already ready for surgery with this patient, a breast cancer patient, and she had to scrub out of surgery to take a call from United Healthcare about whether the patient would be approved for a hospitalization, and the patient was ultimately denied. And when she shared that story and it went viral, United Healthcare responded by sending her a 7-page letter, hiring an anti-defamation firm, sending her a 7-page letter, asking her to publicly apologize, rescind everything she said, etc., essentially to silence her.
Actually, next week I am unveiling a beautiful portrait of Donald Trump and Elon Musk together, which is rather provocative to those.
Together meaning?
Just hanging out.
Okay.
Doing it like a selfie.
Sounded like it was like they were in a relationship or something.
Like just buddies, like cool. But it's going to piss off those who have Doge derangement syndrome and Trump derangement syndrome. So I'm going to find the right location, like here, where at a Tesla protest, where these hypocrites, it just blows your mind, save the environment, buy electric vehicles, and now it's like, Trump and Elon Musk, they like fucking smash him, destroy him. It's fucking insanity. It's insanity. So yeah, either Tesla, or maybe at Columbia with all these, again, self-loathing, lost souls.
If Luigi was here right now, what would you say to him?
I wouldn't say anything. I would have my buddies help me, and I'm sure a couple other people here, and strap that motherfucker in here and plug that shit right into the back of my SUV where I have a charger and fry that son of a bitch.
Wait, does this actually work?
I can't say that in this public arena right now.
Do you feel that he can and will get a fair trial, or is it not going in that direction?
I think that remains to be seen, and that's why I'm here. Free Luigi!
What would you like to see happen to Luigi?
Not the death penalty. That's insane. I mean, there have been mass shootings and none of those people have the death penalty. Like, this doesn't actually make sense. It's not justice. So I want justice to be served, which would not be the death penalty.
Would justice be if he was acquitted?
I mean, we don't know if he did it. I don't think he's able to get a fair trial at this point because of how the media coverage has portrayed him. I mean, the whole point of a jury, right, is that you're supposed to go into it as unbiased as possible. And I don't know how you could pick out an American who isn't living under a rock and get them to give an unbiased opinion. So, just a fair trial. Yeah.
Free Luigi, free healthcare for everybody. Fuck the system. That's it.
And that's it.
Yep.
Any closing message you have to the youth of America?
Don't look up to these people. That's going to come crashing down on you. Just find something, find a girl or a guy, whatever. I don't care, I'm an open-minded. I don't care who you sleep with, what your taste is, what your gender is, what your religion is. But just have your own self. Have your own self. Instead of looking for something to follow, like all of these rallies, it's the climate change people. It's like, I get it, we get it, but you're like in the street.
Just to play devil's advocate here, you go to Trump rallies and paint for him, and you followed him around, and you say you've been to 4 rallies painting for him. Isn't that kind of the same thing? You're going to supporting one guy?
How many people did Donald Trump murder?
Well, you could.
How many people did Donald Trump shoot in the back?
You could make an argument about January 6th, the people who were there.
All right.
We are here looking at this beautiful piece of art, I guess. It's really well thought out, beautiful art, and it's a little confusing, but I think I get it. I'm Al Roker, signing off.